Folger, I had a feeling I was going to see you today.
Well, always good to see you. Robert.
You also.
I got
Do you
Mr.
have
Hockenbery. He's the fourth one down in the male felony list that I was.
Hockenbery?
Yes, sir.
Hockenbery.
Mr. Hockenbery, thank you. Mr. Hockenbery, you have been charged with, by warrant by another judge, for aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer and also aggravated assault domestic. The bonds have been previously set at $50,003 and $25,003.
Yes, sir. And pursuant to State versus Norris, 768 Southern 2nd, Florida 2000 Supreme Court case that held that the arrest warrant's an ex parte proceeding and is not intended to substitute for the arrested person's appearance before the appearance judge or the opportunity to present reasons for other forms of release. So with your permission, may I share some bond factors with Your Honor?
Just give me 1 second. If I could pull up this affidavit, I would appreciate it.
It's in the arrest report too, I think.
It's cut and paste. I just want to make sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
6-9.
And may I just let Mr. Hockenbery know I've been retained by his father. My name is Curtis Fallgetter.
And you're on for the whole case. Mr. Fallgetter, I'm going to have to tell you right now, as to the aggravated assault on law enforcement officer, let me make sure. The state's going to have to come up with a bond for the aggravated assault on law enforcement officer. I'm very good friends with one of the officers, and I don't want to use my judgment on that. State, as to the aggravated assault on law enforcement, Mr. Fallgetter, you could give me some mitigation.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hockenbery is 27, lifetime resident of Jacksonville. He lives with his father for the last 17 years out on San Pablo Road. He's a Fletcher High School student, prior musician. He's self-employed right now in internet sales. Obviously, there's alcohol involved in this case. His dad wants him to get some alcohol treatment. His dad's off on honeymoon and is coming back tomorrow, so he's going to help his son with that. His father's an investment advisor, certified financial planner for the last 45 years here in Jacksonville. He has over 120 households. He owns his own home where Mr. Hockenbery lives. Your Honor, let me address first the second count. And The acronym there is for Miss Destiny Faye Thomas. I spoke with her last night. May I attend to the court and email I swapped with her?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I understand the arrest report 911 have some more aggravating factors, but I've highlighted the paragraphs that I think are particularly relevant in terms of her saying that she wasn't injured, doesn't feel like she was threatened, asked the police not to arrest him. She was kept in the police car for about 6 hours from 3 in the morning until 9 or 10 in the morning. As she points out, he came out of the house, was very cooperative, doesn't want him prosecuted, which leads me then to the issue on the, and anyway, I sent it to her, you see at the top, she says, yes, all this information is correct. Now, she was drinking too, Your Honor, so there's maybe some disagreement about what actually happened and in her sober state. When I talked to her last night, this is what she told me. With regard to the law enforcement officer, I do question the probable cause issue. What I see in the report, the only thing I see that would possibly qualify is that when he walked out briefly from his house, the claim is that he racked his gun. No claim that it was pointed at an officer, no claim that it was threatened. He turned around and went back inside. He explained later that he was racking to make sure it wasn't loaded. So I don't see any threat to the officers. Racking a gun is not a threat to them, and particularly when he explains he's was simply checking to see if it was loaded. He walked out of his own volition, cooperated with the officers, apologized to him. So, and what happened is, I guess this young officer had been with him about a year. I'm talking about Mr. Officer Miller. Ended up calling the SWAT team, and they kept Miss Thomas in the back car. She told me she wanted to go to the bathroom. They wouldn't let her go. They kept her there for 6 hours. And then he walked out of the house himself. He went inside and passed out because he drank too much. So walked out, no gun, not threatening anybody. So I don't know that it's on behalf of my client that it's in his best interest to have it passed for probable cause hearing, but I would afford to take that into account, that there seems to be a substantial issue about whether that's really, you know, an assault on a law enforcement officer. You can have a gun in your possession in your front yard, out of your front door, and racking it is not the same as pointing it.
Mr. Falgater, with all due respect, he's lucky he didn't get shot when he racked a long black gun in front of officers. I do find probable cause as to the aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer. You could challenge that with the felony judge if you'd like to, but I find probable cause on it. I just don't want to recommend a bond. And I'd rather leave it with the circuit judge, but if the state wants to reduce that, they can. I'm in very good friends with one of the officers, like I said, and I don't want to put my hand on the amount of money.
Your Honor, the state would ask to maintain the bond of $50,003.
Mr. Falgater, you could always bring it up in front of the felony judge.
No, I know, but obviously the goal is to try to get him out without taking the family resources.
I want to also give you back the email because I don't know where my docket's going to go, and you probably need that for the other judge too. As to the aggravated assault domestic, I read the email. I will reduce that bond under the statute and case law that you provided. I will reduce that bond to $5,003 with no contact with the alleged victim. Initials, as you said, were DT. His next court date will be 10/19, and I will put you down as retained.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll get a notice of appearance filed. And Mr. Hockenbery, I will make arrangements with your father on bond issues.
Your Honor, as to count one, was the bond maintained at $50,003?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Falgater. Yes, sir. Have a great day.
You too, thank you.
Mr. McCormick, do you have a TCC?
Good morning, I know, ma'am. I have a female felony. Yes.
Who do you have?
Tiffany Felton, excuse me.